Tuesday night college football. We don't have one game. We don't have two games. We have three games, three national TV games Tuesday night. And I'm going to give you all three games free with free picks and analysis right here, right now. Hi, this is Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, right back here on WagerTalk TV. And it must be mid-October because we got Tuesday night college football, and we've got several games to start off this Tuesday night college card. Don't forget, if you're liking these free play videos, all I ask is a thumbs up, like, and I will keep doing these midweek games for you free each and every week here on WagerTalk TV. Smash that thumbs up, like. All right, we're going to go down in start time order. And as I always do, I'll give you the national TV channels as well. And this one is CBS Sports Network at 7 o'clock Eastern, a little Conference USA action, somewhat in my neck of the wood, Lynchburg, Virginia. Liberty hosting New Mexico State. A weird trip for New Mexico State for the Aggies here, and not really a short week for either team because they didn't play this past Saturday. It's not like the NFL where they make them turn around on 3 days rest and travel. New Mexico State is very rested, actually. They've been off for 11 days. Liberty did play the weekday game last Wednesday, if you recall, at UTEP, and they won outright as a 2-point road favorite. 19-8, ugly, low-scoring game, and that's not a surprise because they're not a passing offense. Liberty is a run-based attack. In fact, look at the game last week. 47 rushes, only 33 rushes. Against Old Dominion 2 games ago, 43 carries, 12 pass attempts, still had 3 turnovers. When they haven't turned the ball over this year, they've been successful, and it's really been feast or famine. They've had 3 games with no turnovers, and their other 3 games, they've had 9 turnovers. When you run the ball, though, you're a little less likely to turn it over, and I do think they'll have success running the ball in this game for a few reasons. First of all, that's their offensive attack. They run for 41 carries a game. They only throw about 25 times. And this is an offense that has not run the ball all that successful, but I do think they will have plenty of success and open things up here against New Mexico State. And the other thing that jumps out to me is that New Mexico State is perhaps the worst rush offense in the nation out of 136 Division 1A FBS teams. They run the ball over 20 times a game. They average 35 yards a game. That's about 1.7 yards per rush attempt. They throw for over 215 yards. So it's almost a certainty, a mathematical fact, that Liberty is going to win the rushing attack here and by a substantial number. And I know this isn't your 1990s college football like when I started 29 years ago, when if you could predict the rushing winners, you could really cover the point spread. But it's still a very important indicator because it shows dominance on the line of scrimmage, especially with these lower-level mid-major teams. And Liberty's going to win the rushing attack. It's not even debatable, and I think they're going to win it by several hundred yards. And I also like the fact that they might be able to throw the ball a little bit better in this game as well, as Mexico State has a really bad pass defense, giving up 8 yards a pass against teams that average just 6.4. Now, we just established that New Mexico State wants to throw the ball basically every play for all their yards. Well, guess what Liberty's defensive strength is this year? It's their pass defense. They've been weak against the run, giving up 200 yards a game. That'll be a non-factor here. But they give up just 6.1 yards per pass against teams that average 6.7. So you've got the rushing edge for Liberty, and you've got the matchup edge as well with a strong pass defense. I like Liberty in this game. The Flames, minus the 10.5 to 11. Shop around. Both 10.5s and 11s are out there. Would like it better at minus 10, which is a very key number. I'd say there's a 4 to 5% chance Liberty wins by exactly 10. So you might want to hold off if you got a 10.5, although I do see some 11s out there as of now, so I don't think it's going to drop down to that key number anytime soon. That's at 7 o'clock Eastern for you Tuesday night on CBS Sports Network. All right, next game is on ESPN2, The Deuce. And this is your one Sunbelt game for Tuesday night at 7:30 Eastern on The Deuce. Arkansas State traveling to South Alabama, to Mobile, Alabama. And once again, I like the home favorite in this game, and I like the number. South Alabama minus 7. Some spots open 7.5, but it's now 7 across the board. I'm doing this video, by the way, Monday afternoon. Want to get it out nice and early to you by Monday evening, Tuesday morning for you to watch it. And by the way, when you click subscribe, click the bell as well. You will get an instant alert so you know when I'm doing these Tuesday and Wednesday night videos. Going to give you your 2 Wednesday night college football games and a double video as well for this week. Click subscribe, click the bell. You'll never miss out when these are loaded each and every week. And if you're liking them, comment below. If you're liking these weeknight videos, I will keep them coming the rest of the season. And once again, enough thumbs up likes encourages me as well. Like the home team in this game for a few more reasons here. I talked about how Liberty, New Mexico State, I favored Liberty at home, but this line's even more reasonable at that key number of minus 7. And once again, we'll look at the matchup here. Really bad defensive team in Arkansas State, one of the worst defenses in the nation, giving up over 6 yards a carry, almost 9 yards per pass, over 7 yards per play this season, 32 points a game. And South Alabama, once again, a run-based offense, very similar to the Liberty situation. They're okay throwing the ball. They do throw the ball more than Liberty, but they run the ball. That's their primary mode of operation, over 200 yards per game on the ground. And they should have plenty of success against one of the worst rush defenses in the country. And on the flip side, Arkansas State does not run the ball well. They average just 3.6 yards per carry against teams that allow 4.6. And lo and behold, kind of like Liberty, that's been South Alabama's weakness this year, has been a weak run D, but their pass defense has been a little bit stronger. Difference here, though, unlike New Mexico State, that maybe has some backdoor cover potential, and I forgot to mention that. That's my concern in the Liberty game, is that Mexico State could maybe get a garbage touchdown late. Less of a concern here for two reasons. First of all, the line is cheaper at -7 versus 10.5, 11. And Arkansas State does not throw the ball well. They average just 6.6 yards per pass against teams that allow 7.5. So less backdoor cover potential here. I like South Alabama at -7, and that game's at 7:30 Eastern on ESPN2. All right, your final game, we're heading back to Conference USA, 8 o'clock Eastern on ESPNU. Digging deep here for the networks to get all these games on national TV Tuesday night. And this one is Florida International at Western Kentucky. And it doesn't really matter what metrics you use. Florida International, not a good team this season, at least on paper, at 2-3. However, the point spread against a 5-1 Western Kentucky team is pretty short. Probably surprises a lot of people. It's 7.5, 8. Actually opened 8.5. It's now down to 8, even 7.5. There's a little bit of early sharp money coming in the dog here. And I'm going to stay away from the side in this game. I'm going to focus on the total instead. And I do think that's where the value is in this game. From an over-under perspective, I like the under 57.5 between Florida International and Western Kentucky. FIU's problem this year offensively is they don't score points, just 21 points a game. And they're very mediocre both running and throwing the ball. Actually, they're decent running the ball. I shouldn't say that. They're averaging 4.8 yards per carry, 176 rushing yards a game. And I do think they'll have some success on the ground in this one. And that is why we've seen some of the sharp money come in on the underdog here, because Western Kentucky's defensive weakness this year by far has been stopping the run. They're giving up 5.4 yards per carry, almost 200 yards a game against teams that average just 4.3. And they've been a below average running team. So situation, unlike the first two games where I think the home favorites had the rushing edge, this is a situation where we have an underdog that has the rushing advantage, and that more than a touchdown, that always catches my eye. The problem, though, is that FIU does not throw the ball well. They're a terrible passing attack, just 5.8 yards per pass. And Western Kentucky has a really strong pass defense this year, giving up just 6 yards per pass. So that's why I like the under 57.5 in this game. If they're able to establish the run game, I think FIU can hang within the touchdown spread. But that also means it's going to probably be a low-scoring game with the clock running and lack of big plays. And by the way, FIU's defense has been solid this year. Despite the fact their offense has struggled, they're giving up just 6.1 yards per play against teams that average 6.2. Western Kentucky averages exactly 6.2, and they've been above average against both the run and the pass statistically. So could say the better defensive team, or maybe the more balanced defensive teams, get more than a touchdown here. My concern, though, is if they get behind, they're going to have trouble catching up. Something we talked about in my NFL videos last week. When that's the situation, you can always shorten the game and take the second half out of the equation. So we could look first half line on Florida International instead at +4.5. You could also even look at a first quarter line if you get those in college football. Early on here, I'm seeing the first quarter line at +3, even a 3.5. I like that. Let's take the first quarter. Florida International +3.5 in a game which they can run the ball, control the line of scrimmage. I think that makes a lot of sense, and it takes that lack of backdoor cover potential out. So FIU plus the 3.5 first quarter, and also under 57.5 full game would be the way I attack your 8 o'clock Eastern game, your third game Tuesday night, that one on ESPNU. Woo, there we go. What a way to start Tuesday night college football. You know, last week I gave you a doubleheader video for the Wednesday games. I know you enjoyed that. I'm planning on doing it again for the 2 Wednesday games this week. But if you were waiting for Tuesday college football, it's here in a bang. 3 national TV games. I broke all 3 down free for you. Hope you found it useful for your own handicapping as well. And comment below, what sides or totals do you like? How are you attacking these Tuesday night games? What's your favorite play on the board for Tuesday night? And hey, include some analysis if you have time. Let's learn and earn and win together here on WagerTalk TV. And there's a lot of Tuesday and Wednesday games coming in the weeks up. We got 2 more next week, 2 more Wednesday games next week as well. If you want me to keep doing these midweek videos for free, all I ask is a positive comment below, and more importantly, just a quick thumbs up like. It takes 2 seconds, and I will keep these weeknight videos coming. Don't forget also your NFL Thursday night videos, 6-1 on free plays Thursday night this year in the NFL. I've got your Thursday prime video for the Steelers-Bengals game as well. I'll also give you the Sunday, Monday night games. And don't forget the big boy videos, college football top 25 Saturday, NFL Fade the Public for Sunday each and every weekend here. So click subscribe and click that bell for an instant alert so you never miss out when free play videos are posted here on WagerTalk TV. By the way, if you want my personal best bets, I'm giving you free analysis, free picks on all these weeknight national TV games. Sometimes they make my best bet card. Most of the time, they're opinions only. My strongest plays are the games I'm personally using each and every day. And it's so simple. If I'm using a play, I send it to my clients. Why not? I'm already doing the work. I've won consistently for over 29 years as a full-time professional handicapper since I started back in August of 1996. So why not share the wealth? If you'd like to get my best bets, it's quite simple. Subscribe at WagerTalk.com. Go to my page, Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. And if you've been on the fence, if you've been looking for a good deal, I've got two very special offers, a short-term and a long-term. And keep in mind, whether you get a 1 day, a 1 week, a 1 month, a 1 year, it doesn't matter. Everybody's getting the same plays every day, my personal best bets, just different price points. And obviously the bigger packages get the cost per play down quite a bit and also helps you take a more consistent investment approach. But two special offers here, promo codes on the webpage with full details. A 7-day special for just $69, dude. Normally it's $99. That's an instant $30 discount. Week 30, WEEK 30. You see the info on your screen. Week 30 gets you an instant 30% discount on a 1 week. So you get it for $69. That's 7 days all sports. That's going to get you the baseball playoffs as well. And don't forget the NBA starts next Tuesday. We're a week away from the start of basketball also. So depending on when you sign up for that 7-day, you could get some basketball as well. But if you sign up right now, you get the baseball playoffs for the next week, the NLCS Championship Series, college and pro football every day. 7 days and nights of all sports, all access for just $69 with promo code WEEK30. Or the big boy, big special offer, $500 savings. Who wouldn't love to save $500 and make money every day for the next year? Well, that's what you can do when you get an instant $500 discount on the 1-year all access. That's a true 365-day all access, all sports package when you use promo code, that $500 promo code. And by the way, this is the first time I'm giving it up, so I got to pull it out. Our producer, Dan Alexander, popped it on the screen. I couldn't even remember what it was until Dan popped it on the screen. Let me read it myself. Year 500, because it's a full year. YEAR 500. This is fresh off the hot printing press. This Tuesday video is the first one I've given it to you in. Year 500. It's a good one. 365-day all access, as you see on your screen, with an instant $500 discount. That gets it down to just a few dollars a play, about $1.50 a play for every college and pro football, basketball, and baseball best bet for the next 365 days and nights. Promo code YEAR500 for an instant $500 discount. What you do is you go to my page, Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. On the right-hand side, you'll see all the subscriptions. In the All Sport All Access drop-down, you'll see the 1 week, 7-day. Use promo code WEEK30 for the $30 discount. Or if you want the 1-year All Access, use promo code YEAR500 like you see on your screen at checkout. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. And oh, by the way, get there quicker. That shortcut you also see on your screen, WT.buzz/SM. While you're there, check out the bonus free plays. I've got an advanced NFL free play for this Sunday, locked and loaded right now for everybody. And that's how I roll. Last cuts from my best bet cards go up as free opinions. I put them in some of these videos for you. And I also put bonus free plays on the page. I've got an advanced NFL best bet for this Sunday, which I want you to get early because I think the line will move. And I also have a bonus free play for this Sunday right now. So it might be talking Tuesday college football, but never too early to start getting ready for NFL Sunday. And that's available right now on my page as well. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, and get there quicker, WT.buzz/SM. One final note, you see in the bottom corner there, at Steve Merril. That's my handle on X and Instagram. 2 R's, 1 L, MERRIL. Follow me on X and Instagram at Steve Merril. And stay tuned here to WagerTalk TV because you know there's more free play videos coming up, including your Thursday night prime game between the Steelers and Bengals. Also, both those Wednesday college football games. Tons of free play videos coming up next, right here on WagerTalk TV.